Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and Clearview AI. Currently, Clearview AI was hit with a $33.7 million fine by Dutch regulators in the EU. Clearview AI, as you may or may not know, is a company that scrapes the internet and it creates databases or data sets used by law enforcement um, for targeting or searching for people. It's been a very controversial tool that's been used around the world. Actually, this is not the first fine for Clearview AI, and it certainly won't be the last. They've also had judgments against them in places like the United Kingdom, Australia, France, and Italy. Actually, in the US currently, they are embroiled in litigation in the state of Illinois over the Biometric Information Privacy Act. Part of Clearview AI's claim in this Dutch case is that they don't have a presence in the EU, so they don't feel that they are subject to the GDPR. But we know that if they have data in their databases of anyone in the EU, that they are subject to GDPR. Also, this has been uh, something that's been litigated all over the world. A lot of jurisdictions don't really like this. It's actually a bit curious. So, in the EU, data scraping is not legal. In the US, data scraping is legal. And so, the problem that Clearview AI has in the US is with what they do with the data that they scrape. So, what they've been doing with the data that they scrape is putting them in databases for law enforcement. So, when they do that, what they're kind of doing is creating almost like a guilty until proven innocent type of thing, because typically law enforcement databases have been populated with people who are like known or suspected of some type of criminal activity, as opposed to creating databases of just mass amount of people for no apparent reason beyond the fact that you can grab their information off the internet and put it into a database. Actually, in the state of Illinois, uh, Clearview AI, they have a very interesting thing. A fine that they have against them for the Biometric Information Privacy Act infringements that they have. They're actually offering customers or people who have been harmed by this particular tool shares of their company as a way to pay for the penalties of what they're using. So it's a very strange thing. I think we're going to see this play out over months and years, but I think it remains to be seen what will happen with this company. Again, they're facing fines from multiple jurisdictions. They've been tossed out of certain jurisdictions. They are limited, actually, in the US, from selling their tool to law enforcement for 5 years. And I think the hits just keep coming with this particular company. I think it's really interesting that regulators in the US and also in these other countries are really focusing on them. This is a situation where they consider it a grievous harm to someone to be able to have not only their data scraped, but then also be having their data possibly used in ways that may implicate them wrongfully. So, in maybe a crime or some other type of legal situation that someone shouldn't be in. So, it remains to be seen what's going to happen with Clearview AI. I am surprised that the company still is in existence. Obviously, they have customers and clients around the world who still use this tool, but the fact that they are in so much legal uh, litigation and they have so many different fines for their company around the world, I think it just makes it really interesting to see how they're going to be able to go forward with this particular product. Also, as other companies are looking to get into this particular way of doing business, I think this may be more of a cautionary tale about the way the regulators see this type of data scraping or data use. especially in the EU in terms of people's fundamental rights and freedoms, and in the US in terms of that secondary data use without someone's consent or knowledge in a way that could potentially create a harmful or grievous harm to an individual. That's it. Thank you.